5 free agent quarterbacks and where they could potentially end up. First up, we have Kyler Murray, who is officially gone from the Arizona Cardinals. He still has a lot left, and I think he wants to play it right away, so he might end up going to the Minnesota Vikings. Then we have Geno Smith, who will be released by the Raiders. I think Smith goes somewhere that needs a veteran at quarterback. I think he'll end up going to the Atlanta Falcons. Next up, we have Kirk Cousins, who's the perfect candidate to be a bridge quarterback. He's probably going to go somewhere where he can compete for a starting job. That could be a team like the New York Jets. Next, we have Marcus Mariota, who was a good backup last year, but a guy that can definitely start for your team. I think he goes to a team where he could compete in the offseason to try to be that starting quarterback. And that could be a team like the Arizona Cardinals. And then finally, we have Malik Willis. He was a backup for the Packers for 2 years. Last year, when he was thrusted into that starting role, he did not disappoint. He should get a big payday, and I think he goes to the Miami Dolphins. Comment down below, where do you have these quarterbacks going in free agency? And if you enjoy content like this, make sure you leave a like and follow. See you in the next one. 5 free agent wide receivers and their potential landing spots. First up, we have Alec Pierce from the Indianapolis Colts, who had 1,000 yards on like 50 catches. He is the definition of a long ball deep threat and should get a lot of money this offseason. I think he ends up with a team like the Las Vegas Raiders that can give him a whole lot of money. Then we have Romeo Doubs, who also could get a big payday this offseason. And with the sudden departure of Stephon Diggs, I think Romeo Doubs ends up on the Patriots. Next up, we have Wan'Dale Robinson, who had a great year with the New York Giants. He had over 90 receptions and 1,000 yards. This guy is great in the slot, and I think he could pair with his old coach, Brian Daboll, with the Tennessee Titans. Then we have Mike Evans, who is rumored to be leaving the Buccaneers, but I just don't see it happening. I think he stays probably on a 1 or 2 year deal, but we'll see what happens. Finally, we have Stephon Diggs, who suddenly got released by the Patriots. I think he goes to a team that will have a big question mark this year at receiver. He goes to the San Francisco 49ers. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below where you got these wide receivers going. And if you like content like this, make sure you leave a like and follow. See you in the next one. 5 free agent running backs and where they could potentially land. First up, we have Tyler Algier, who is tired of being second fiddle. In his rookie year, he had 1,000 yards and definitely wants that shot at being an RB1. So I got him going to a team where that's really possible in the New Orleans Saints. Next up, we have Rico Dowdle, who really went crazy in a lot of games for the Panthers last year. He was kind of a part of the tandem, but he did have 1,000 yards rushing. I think he goes to a franchise that has a big question mark at running back, so I got him going to the Arizona Cardinals. And then next we have Kenneth Gainwell, who we've seen can really catch the ball out of the backfield and be really dynamic in space. I think he goes to an offense that features their running backs in space a whole lot, so I got him going to the Lions. And then next we have Kenneth Walker, the Super Bowl MVP. I think he's going to get a whole lot of money, and I think he's also going to go to a team that has a question mark at running back, so I got him going to the Commanders, paired with Jaden Daniels. And then finally, we have Travis Etienne, one of the most explosive running backs in the entire league. He also goes to a team that has a big question mark at running back with their star players. I think he goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. Drop your comments below. Where do you have these guys going? If you want more content like this, make sure you leave a like and follow. See you in the next video. 5 free agent linebackers and where they could potentially end up. First up, we have Devin Lloyd, who I actually think stays with the Jaguars. I don't think they can afford to lose him. This guy's very dynamic for that defense, kind of the star of that defense. I think he ends up staying in Jacksonville. Next up, we have Nakobe Dean, who we know is not staying with the Eagles, to have a big market out there. Very smart defensive player, an anchor for any defense. I think he ends up going to the Bengals. Then we have Tremaine Edmunds, who was going to be traded, but he was just released by the Chicago Bears. I think he ends up going to a team that has a big question mark at linebacker. That's probably somewhere like the New York Jets. Next up is Leo Chenal, who's a linebacker that is way too good not to be one of the top 2 linebackers on your team. I think he ends up on a team that needs a linebacker immediately. That's a team like the New York Giants. And finally, we have Quay Walker, who should probably have the biggest market. I think he ends up following his old coach and goes to the Miami Dolphins. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. Where do you have these guys ending up in free agency? If you want more content like this, make sure you leave a like and follow. See you in the next one. 5 free agent tight ends and their potential landing spots. First up, we have David Njoku, who spent his entire career with the Browns. Very consistent throughout his career. Now, last year, I know he was banged up. He had a down year. But I think he goes to a team that is ready to win now and looking for a veteran. I got him going to the Eagles. Then we have Chig Okonkwo, who I think is very good and underrated. He's good with the ball in his hands, and after the catch, I got him going to the Denver Broncos. And then we have Travis Kelce, who was rumored to be a free agent. If he signs another 1-year deal, it's most likely going to be with the Kansas City Chiefs. And then we have Dallas Goedert, who's looking for another big payday. Very consistent. Had one of his best years last year. I think he ends up going to the New England Patriots. And then finally, we have Isaiah Likely, who I think his best days are in front of him. He wants the opportunity to be a tight end 1. He is very dynamic after the catch, and I think he follows his old coach to the Cleveland Browns. Drop your comments below. Where do you think? Where do you have these guys going in free agency? As always, make sure you like and follow for more content like this.